And in the locker room, each guy has been going over, and they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Leonard. The rebound by the Bucks. Holiday looking for an opening. Giannis against Morris. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. Morris with the bucket.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. Oh boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Now here is Holiday. Giannis outside. Back to Holiday. He dishes it to Giannis. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And the Bucks with possession here. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. Still without a basket in the game. They get the rebound. Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. And again, the Bucks miss.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Leonard.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Now here is Holiday. And so Milwaukee again turning it over.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Jackson. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Tucker's checked in, and good that time.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Rondo with the steal. And up the floor again, the Clippers running the floor. A 3 from Leonard. Outside for Rondo. 3-pointer. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Off target with his 3. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks, trailing by 10. Tucker the pass to DiVincenzo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
And he gets it to go.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Holiday up top. He's covered by Rondo. Tucker the pass to Holiday. throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Back to Rondo. Pass to George. Takes the three. The rebound by Middleton. Bucks trail by 8. Here's DiVincenzo. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. A pull-up. Keeps it alive. It's hauled in by George. Clippers leading by 6. Inside. Here's Rondo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Holiday.
And you got to be careful guarding Rondo. Really good at just toying with defenders with that pump fake.
12 seconds left to play in the first. Teague, the pass to Portis. He kicks it to Forbes. Back to Portis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
That shot off. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Patrick Beverley out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum. And it's man in at the 3. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Giannis, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Portis kicks to Forbes. Back to Portis. And the rejection by Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins proving you don't have to be a high flyer to block shots. That's about positioning and timing.
Antetokounmpo passes to Connaughton. 6 on the shot clock. Giannis drives in. Bucket is good. Giannis has got his first basket.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Pass to Morris. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Kennard's shot is off. Bucks trail by 4. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by Morris. Portis can't get it to go.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Connects from 3-point range.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Here is Forbes. Defended by Beverly. Down low. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Passes it to Kennard. No good on the triple. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Poked away. Now here's Patterson. And the pass to Cousins. Shoots over Portis, and it's Cousins scoring on a gorgeous play. Cousins has got his first basket of the night. Bucks trail by 9. And Forbes kicks to Connaughton. Here's the dish to Giannis. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital. Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Jackson against Middleton. Now Jackson. That's a 2 from Kennard. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Pass to Cousins. .46 seconds left to play here in the half. Kennard on the wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Pushing it up. Here's Jackson. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you love it. DeMarcus Cousins drawing the defensive attention and still has the court awareness to make the play.
And Antetokounmpo inside. Patterson's there. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Pass to Kennard. Latrey. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They've got the 7-point lead. Check. And that.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Lopez with the steal. On the wing, Holiday. And the 3-ball is good. Holiday's got the first field goal of the second half for the Bucks.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
Jackson down low. Defended by DiVincenzo. That one goes. Count it. Oturu's got his first bucket in this one.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
Holiday against Beverly. Holiday the pass to Giannis. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Jackson passes to Oturu. Here's Patterson. Kennard for 3. Kept alive. The shot off that time. Bucks trail by 4. Tipped away. Middleton dishes to Holiday. Lopez passes to Holiday. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Beverly against Holiday. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closer. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Bucks making a change here. Tucker's checked in. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Leonard against Middleton with a tie. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that one's good. George.
Well, I like to see Paul George be assertive down low. This guy doesn't lack for confidence, and he is an accomplished scorer regardless of where he is on the floor.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Leonard. Tries again. Zubac, no good. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Passes to Connaughton. Kicks it to Tucker. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot two here. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Took him no time at all on that one. Leonard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I don't think there's anything Leonard can't do on the basketball court. He can score inside, the mid-range, long range. He'll hurt you from absolutely anywhere.
Lopez inside, working on Zubac. No good from Connaughton. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Outside Holiday. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one.
Show up.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Clippers leading by 10. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Mann in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Rondo passes to Mann. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
So it's the Clippers now. George looking around. Dishes to Rondo. Back to George. And there's the pass to Zubac. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here we go, one-on-one. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teagan for Drew Holiday. Clock at 4. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson's got the ball. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Forbes. Nets the corner 3. Forbes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Jackson. Inside. And stolen by Portis. Bucks another fast break opportunity here. Teague finds Antetokounmpo. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. To the left wing. 5 on the clock. Portis can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Outside Teague. Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. Doesn't go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Giannis outside. It's hauled in by Zubac for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. They swipe it. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Leonard picks him up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is. And it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Drew Holiday in for Teague.
Now, you have got to give Paul George so much respect. He's just amazing at drawing contact when he's shooting.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Outside Holiday. Outside Antetokounmpo. Middleton for 3. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Well, given his height, Lopez has an ability to power through contact. Just tremendous strength from the big man.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Outside, George. Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Lopez inside. It's deflected. And Lopez throws it down. Clippers leading by 6. Outside, George. To the right side. Beverly against Holiday. They get a hand on it, and stolen by DiVincenzo.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Leonard looking around. He kicks to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Leonard. No good with the triple. Milwaukee with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. For 3, Middleton. Rebound by the Clippers. Outside, George. Can't get it to fall. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. It does indeed. Thanks, David. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Jackson has the open look. On the 3 off target. And here are the Nets. And a wide open look for Irving. Offline with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Jackson finds Morris. Releases from 15. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Irving, a good look. Oh, offensive interference. And above the rim play, always captivating, Steve. We should see a lot of that tonight.
And Kevin, I'm so excited. You know, I played under the rim, so to get a chance to watch guys play well above, I am getting my popcorn ready.
George against Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
Here's George following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And George kicks to Jackson. And the wide open shot from Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. Irving with it. George picks him up. Harden. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Morris with the bucket.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Irving passes to Harris. The 3 gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's George. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Leonard against Harris. Here's KD. 5 to shoot. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
One of the great rebounders in this league. When Jordan does score, this is often how it happens.
George against Irving. George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Harden against Jackson. Pass to Harris. Leonard with the steal. Morris outside to the inside and stolen by Jordan. Harden against Zubac. A shot by Harden, wide open. Second chance shot. KD looking around. Back to Harden. Lets it go from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. It's good. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Harden outside. And it's good, 2 points.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Now George. Over Irving. The shot by George, no good. Nets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
When Durant gets inside, 9 times out of 10, he's going to score or get fouled.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Nets also changing it up. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Irving. Now here's Rondo. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Good work defensively by Harden. And stolen by Cousins. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Can't cash in from close range. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Nets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown, and it's Durant, and it's Harden in at the point guard. Now here's Harden. Brown outside. To the middle. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Brown. Griffin's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
With a smile on Blake's face, looks like he enjoys having contact before he shoots.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game. Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
The three from Harden. Cousins pulls it in. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Nets leading by 4. It's tipped. Rondo with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Batum, good. Batum's got his first basket.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Rondo against Harden. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And the Nets lead by 4.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
Rondo off the left rim and out.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Harden dishes to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Aggressive move by KD. It gives this team a different attitude when he's attacking the rim.
Passes it to Beverly. And here's Kennard. No good from outside. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Durant finds Harden. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Batum passes to Beverly. And he converts the layup. Beverly's got 4 points in the quarter. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here's Kennard after the basket by Brooklyn. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's George in for Patrick Beverly. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Brown outside. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. He hits the second from the line. We've got 1:18 left in the first half. And here's Jackson. The pass to Leonard. Outside for George. Los Angeles with another miss.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And it's Shamet missing. The Clippers trail. Leonard the pass to Jackson. Takes it out to Leonard. Poke loose. Now, here's Shamet. Not a lot of room. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Griffin. It's hauled in by Zubac. George passes to Leonard. From downtown. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Nets up by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. And as great as James Harden has been. And that does it for our halftime show.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Nets with the lead. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Just what this offense is designed to do. Get Durant these kinds of looks.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Here's Morris. George, that's a 2-pointer. Cans the shot from the wing.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Patterson's checked in. To the paint, here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now here is George. Jackson from long range. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. with his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And here is Zubac. Following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Nobody near George. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Nets leading by 7. And Durant puts up a deep three, but they recover it. Harris kicks to Durant. Over George. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Here's Leonard. Good D by Harden.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove. Put it up anywhere. DeAndre Jordan can go get it.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Inside. Zubac the pass to Jackson. To end the run. He can't get it to go. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Durant against Patterson. Back to Durant. Fires for 3. That doesn't go either for KD.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Nets leading by 9. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan.
Impeccable timing on the rejection. Jordan takes pride in his defensive capability.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. George looking over the floor. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Harris outside. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound, Nets. He feeds it to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. 6 to shoot from outside the arc. Irving can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Harden kicks to Jordan. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to George. Back to Jackson. From 8. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Here's Harden. Feeds to KD. Kicks it out to Harden. Jordan, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And George, here we go. Second shot opportunity. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Zubac.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. Green is out there with Luwawu. Then it's Johnson, and it's Griffin in at the center position. Now here's Johnson to the left side wing. Here's Luwawu. Back to Johnson. Pass to Luwawu. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. And now the Clippers on the break. Rondo with the ball. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
The Nets making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. And here is Los Angeles now. In the corner, Kennard with it. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
We've seen Kennard steadily increase his three-point shots. Terrific accuracy here.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Griffin inside, defended by Batum. Batum against Griffin. He kicks to Brown. The pass to Shamet. Just 5 on the clock. Launches it. No good that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Back to Morris. Pass to Mann. Kennard on the wing. To tie it up. To take the lead. No good on that one. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Oh, Griffin in position. Batum with the steal. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Kennard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Rondo. And the wide open shot from Green. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Kennard finds Rondo. Now, here's Batum, defended by Griffin. Kennard with 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
A fantastic competitor. The bigger the moment, the more Kennard wants the ball.
The Nets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Griffin against Batum. A nice shot by Griffin.
That's a big bucket for Blake. Teammates have to love that shot.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Rondo. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Mann. Passes it to Kennard. To take the lead. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Rondo's shot is off. And so Griffin will bring it up for Brooklyn. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here is Irving. Harden the pass to Irving. No good off the back of the rim. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. And it's Cousins. That time on the assist by Beverly. Cousins has got his first points of the night.
Confidence and trust they have in DeMarcus. Everything on the line, they put the ball in his hands.
And here's Harden for 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Gets the three to fall.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Now, here is Harden. There's the three. It's good. And, oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson. It falls!
That's what Jackson's doing right now. Supreme confidence in the clutch.
Yeah, this isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
You know what? They're focused right now. Every possession has to yield points.
Harden scanning the floor. Money!
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll be back shortly live. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. Irving with it for three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Jordan. Shoots over Zubac. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. Los Angeles leading by 4. Great action here if you're just joining us about 1 minute into OT. Here's Zubac. And he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're behind by 6. 1:51 left to play in the first overtime. For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Rajon Rondo. We're just over a minute into overtime here. Here's Irving. Tips it, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in.
A seasoned vet with lots of playoff experience. Jordan remained calm under pressure.
On the wing, Batum. The pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Leonard kicks to Batum. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's KD. And he gets the whistle. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And KD drops them both.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Pass to Leonard. The three from George. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Irving. It drops. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Saving a little something from when it really counts. Kyrie dropping daggers down the stretch.
George against Harden. Here's Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
NBA champion, Finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
George against Harden. Outside Irving. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Leonard. Pass to George. Fires the three. Off the mark.
And something that Harden continues to work on. That kind of defensive effort makes his coaches and teammates proud.
So it's Los Angeles taking it. Sports week payday.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Zubats in at the 5 down low.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing. It's easy to admire Covington. Even when the defense gets rough with him, he stays with them.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jackson passes to Zubats. And now Portland on the break. McCollum dishes to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Now here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
It's Powell on the wing. From deep. Paul George grabs the miss. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here. Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. A 3 from Morris. Leonard the pass to Morris. There's the triple. Rebound by Nurkic.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. With the tip. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And it's George missing.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Powell finds Lillard. Back to Powell. From deep 3-point range, they get it again. Nurkic lets the 3 fly, and there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Nurkic.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
The shot by George, wide open. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. Here's Lillard, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Lillard, the pass to Covington. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Playing him tough inside, air preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Zubats against Lillard. Beyond the arc. Portland no good that time either.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And the dunk by Zubats.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
Here's Lillard. High post, Nurkic. And the layup's good off the glass.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
And here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down low. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Now here's Lillard. He dishes it to McCollum. Pass to Pop. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And George kicks to Morris. Unloads. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And look how quick on the draw George is. The moment he's got the ball, he's in motion for the shot.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian...
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Kennard in at the small forward. Portland leading. Here's McCollum. Kennard with the rebound. Jones against Rondo. That's a 2 from Kennard. Misses off the left iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the lift to be the first one, too.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. From past the arc. Not going to go that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. McCollum dishes to Anthony. Portland, no good that time either.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Beverly. And he overshot that one, missing. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Cantor against Cousins. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, that shot, it just shows off Cantor's versatility, proving he can deliver outside the paint.
Kennard on the wing. And again, no good by the Clippers.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Clippers trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's in there.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the board.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in, hits the three-point bomb. Simons has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on this team.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots from beyond the arc and then some.
They give up 3 points on one end, then ask Kennard to get them back. The jumper is pure.
Anthony on the wing. 1:43 left to play in the first half. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that two-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Got a piece of it.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot blocking.
Jones against Beverly. In the corner, Kennard with it. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Unloads from 13. Again, Los Angeles.
As Kennard's career has gone on, Luke's become a much better ball handler, so it's important for his game.
Lillard finds Anthony. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simon. Portland shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Morris, the second chance points on the tip in.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Lillard with it. 7 points in the game. Outside Covington. Nurkic in the post. Comes up empty down low. And a close game so far through the... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the... That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing upon whatever the defense gives up.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. Powell dishes to McCollum. Nailed from three-point land. McCollum's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Trailblazers. Jackson against Lillard. Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Oh, man, in these screen and roll plays, Jackson is just exceptional. Just reads the defense well and delivers remarkable passes to his teammates.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Right side, Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Lillard scanning the floor. And it's sent back by George. Morris kicks to Leonard. Out to Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The shot by George, no good. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Lillard. Portland again missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
The game now all time. Leonard's got 6.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
And the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. A floater, and it's good for 2. He's got 11.
And Lillard times these floaters perfectly. He rises up with these, letting the ball roll off his fingertips.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And McCollum puts up a deep 3. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. So it's both teams making substitutions here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Kennard for 3. Portland leading by 4. Pass to Cousins. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, he's one of the best passing 5s in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousins doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
Kennard against McCollum. Powell down low. 4 on the shot clock. Simons the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Cousins with it. Now defended by McCollum. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. Right side, Leonard. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got 6 rebounds in the game. Kicks it out to McCollum. From deep. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Jones for 3. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, he thought he could slip by there and grab the board, but got too much body and gets called for going over the back.
Well, I see what he was going for. It was a gamble on his part, but then you've got to live with the results.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by...
Venom.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Clippers trail by 4. We've got Patrick Beverley. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, that's what they want to see out of Beverley. Decisive basketball. Nice, aggressive drive to the cup.
Now Powell. Passes it to Cantor. Here's Simons, defended by Beverley. And the rejection by Cousins.
And the defensive Cousins making his presence known with the quick leaping ability which he uses to block shots. He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him enough.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about him not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Simons. Good on the triple. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Back to Kennard. Fires from deep. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. All alone. No good off the front iron.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
It's stolen by Anthony. And here comes the break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Over to the left wing. And Beverly kicks to Zubats. Back to Beverly. Outside, Batum. Shot clock at 5. They grab their own miss. Tries again. Zubats. A terrific shot on a turnaround.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Anthony in the corner. No one near him. They get it back, and Cantor able to finish.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Here's George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony. Portland leading by 3. Here's Lillard. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to McCollum. Fires from the wing. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Oh, the experience helping Cantor there. He doesn't shy away from taking big-time shots.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the inside. Here's Okuru. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Cantor. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Cantor is a single-minded scorer. Doesn't like to be denied when he's got position, even dealing with a lot of contact.
Down low, George. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
The drive by Cantor. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Powell, no one around him. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of danger.
George looking around. Over McCollum. And it's Portland with the rebound. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The pass to Lillard. Pass to Cantor. And here's Covington. The dish now to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. George, no good. Now here's Lillard. Dishes it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And so it's Portland winning this one. A truly gutsy performance. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. From deep, George. Giannis grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
George against Holiday. Yep, that one goes. Holiday's got the first basket of the game for Milwaukee. Well, Greg, fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Connects from three-point range.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
The pass to Lopez. Holiday against Jackson. Lopez. Kicks it out to Giannis. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. On the wing, Morris. Back to George. Right side, Leonard. From deep three-point range, keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. There's the lob into the Kumbo, and the turnover again by Milwaukee.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard. Lopez with the steal. And now here comes Antetokounmpo. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Now here is George. No good on the three. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 1. Here's Giannis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And they're on the break. And it's Leonard missing.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
And again, no good by the Clippers. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Holiday against Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Holiday with the block.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away.
Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
And he lays in the alley-oop.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
It's George on the wing. Zubac against Lopez. Zubac in the post. Out to Morris. Back to Zubac. It's another look. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Donte DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. The Clippers trail. High post, Zubac. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by Tucker. The Bucks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Floats one up. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Rondo. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Wants to get it to Rondo and does. Gets a very good look and converts.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Tie game in Milwaukee. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Rajon Rondo. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Kennard in at the 3.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
Pass to Batum. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. And it's Beverly missing. Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Tucker. It's Portis, high post. The 19-foot shot. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Over to the left wing. Now here's Beverly. Defense is right there. Takes the 13-footer. No good from Cousins.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. And the Clippers miss again. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here is Forbes to the paint. There's the dish to Middleton. Back to Forbes. Launches a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Forbes has got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Forbes, the pass to Portis. Back to Forbes. From deep. He's off on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
There's the pass to Connaughton. Middleton on the wing. For 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Beverly. Rebounded by Tucker.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And 1:01 left now here in the second. Here is Forbes. Tucker finds Middleton. Over Kennard. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 3. Beverly, the pass to Cousins. Good. Cousins has got his first points of the game.
Hey, DeMarcus Cousins is really an effective guy inside. Give him the ball.
Here is Forbes. Middleton outside. To the middle. Here's Portis. Pass to Connaughton. 14 feet away. Cousins pulls it in.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Here's Kennard. That one rolling around and rims out. And here is Portis. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Bucks on top, up 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the open. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. Holiday. Outside, Antetokounmpo shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. That one goes in.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Now here is Holiday. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And Giannis gets it to go.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Taken away by Holiday. And there's the feed to Lopez. Missed inside.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Taken away by Holiday. Inside, here's Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Lopez has got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. There's the triple. It's good from long range. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3 ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Antetokounmpo inside. Morris is there. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Jackson passes to Morris. Here's Zubats. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
To the middle. The kick out to Holiday. No good on the shot. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And here's Leonard from 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Bucks leading by 4. Lopez finds Middleton. Back to Lopez. Passes it to Giannis. Puts one up from 19. Middleton can't get it to go.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Bucks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Holiday dishes to Middleton. Lets it go with a 3. And the Bucks miss again.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Jackson from long range. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Middleton outside. 41 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Another miss by Middleton. LA has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Leonard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Shot's good by Middleton.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
George looking around. It's deflected. With 1 on the clock, off on that one. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Bucks lead by 3. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Clippers trail by 3. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Man in at the 3, the small forward.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Connaughton kicks to Holiday. Plays it up and banks it in.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Outside, Batum. Here's Man, guarded by Tucker. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. He kicks it to Tucker. Over to the wing. Fires for 3. A second chance effort. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Milwaukee keeping it alive. A new 14. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Bucks lead by 3. Man passes to Kennard. Leonard inside.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
The Bucks working the ball around. Connaughton kicks to DiVincenzo. The offensive rebound.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And here's Leonard from 3. Oh, trying for it. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here we go, 1-on-1. Holiday against Beverley. Great D that time from Batum. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds it. Great feel for the game.
Beverley against Holiday. Outside Portis. Back to Holiday. To the paint. Stolen by Beverley. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. There's the steal. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
Beverley finds Kennard. Beverley with the ball. Right side, Leonard. On the wing, Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And it's a tie ball game.
Big shot, Nick. He lives for these moments.
Holiday against Kennard. Portis in the post. Holiday, the pass to Portis. Back to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Beverley dishes to Leonard. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Milwaukee has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. The kick out to Holiday. The three-pointer, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And finished off by Leonard.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
And Holiday, here we go. Here's Tucker. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Batum. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Back to Tucker. Now the pass to Portis. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Down low. Oh, Leonard in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Stolen by Beverly. Outside Leonard.
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Well, you know, it certainly swings the energy and the momentum in one team's favor. That's basically a 4 or 5 point swing, which is huge.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving at the 2. The 3 from George. The Clippers rebound. Zubac misses from close range.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Harris trying to get free. Leonard with the steal. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Elbow shot. And he gets the jumper to drop.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie. And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Irving, good.
The cleverness, the fearlessness. Kyrie Irving outstanding at finding spots inside to capitalize from.
Irving against George. All sorts of time. Tries to save it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Here is Harden. In the corner, Irving with it. Off target with his 3.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
The 3 from George. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
So difficult to stay down on that pump fake. Irving sells it so well.
Both free throws good for Irving.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
On the wing, Morris. Outside, George. And there's the pass to Zubac. Over Jordan. That one a little long. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And then Leonard with the dunk.
You know, many consider this guy the best two-way player in the world, and you love that Kawhi Leonard's defense, he is the guy that finishes. That's appropriate.
Now here's Harden. Harris outside. Back to Harden. KD looking around. Lock at 6. The step back jumper is good. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Durant, and the rejection by Zubac. Here's Durant. Out to get it back. Knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. To the inside. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Morris. Leonard's got 6.
Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
Harden with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside Irving. Down low, Jordan. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Jackson from long range.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Irving misses.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Morris, no good. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Kicks it out to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and the Nets miss again. Here's Leonard. Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. Tie game in Brooklyn. And don't go. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all of the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. Then there's Griffin. And it's Harden in at the one spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Beverly for three. That shot off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Harden gets the bucket.
And they've had two completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
Launches it. Rondo against Harden. Rondo, no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Brown. Over Rondo. And it's Brown missing. Clippers trail by 3. And even 3-on-3 break. Outside for Rondo. Takes a 3. A rebound by the Nets. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Griffin with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Brown throws it down hard.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Rondo passes to Kennard. And nothing is falling for him right now. Brooklyn leading by 7. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Green.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Harden scanning the floor. 2 minutes. Oh, Griffin in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Kennard.
Well, you love it. DeMarcus Cousins drawing the defensive attention and still has the court awareness to make the play.
To the paint and stolen by Cousins. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. Here's Batum. There's the feed to Beverly. Back to Batum. Second chance shot. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Pass to Kennard. And taken away by Brown. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Harden, no good. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 7. And again, no good by the Clippers. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. From deep, Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. Clippers trail by 7. Kennard with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. The shot's good from Kennard.
Probably more unselfish with the ball than he's given credit for. How about DeMarcus Cousins making plays for his teammates?
Harden dishes to Griffin. Back to Harden. Griffin trying to get open. Harden's shot is off. LA's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The tray. No good from Cousins. Harden outside. Back to Griffin. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball. Buries the long-range jumper. And now just a 2-point Brooklyn lead.
Well, Patrick Beverly has turned himself into a reliable three-point shooter. Nice delivery.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Net.
Thanks a lot. High turnovers in the first half, James. I'm sure that ball security will be a focus in the second half.
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially on...
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
And that too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Morris, no good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Inside shot. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Jackson finds Morris. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Zubac.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Now, here's Shamet. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Still, Griffin has insane hops. Close in, can sky over others. Helps him to draw fouls.
And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. And up here into the second half. Irving against George. Passes it to Zubac. Back to George. Irving with the steal. Here's Luwawu. He's covered by Leonard. Griffin passes to Claxton. Irving against George. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Jackson kicks to Zubac. There's the three. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Jackson.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Leonard against Irving. Can't get the double clutch layup to drop. The pass to Leonard. From deep, George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Irving attacking. Irving. And staying with the play. Irving. Irving's got 6.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Zubac the best to George. Here's Leonard. The dish to George. Over Irving. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Leonard. He has 5.
This is one of Paul George's go-to shots. His confidence and ability to rise and fire quickly from the mid-range, crucial.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Pass to Mann. Jacks up a 3. From deep, George. And Leonard has it in the corner. On the wing, Jackson. From deep. A rebound by the Nets. Irving kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. And it's sent back by George. One-on-one fast break. And it's Leonard missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Out to the right wing. Fires the 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Some of the best point guards are sneaky good rebounders. Kyrie doing work on the glass right there.
George passes to Zubac. From deep three-point range. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Nets with the lead. The kick out to Irving. Stolen by Jackson. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Leonard the pass to Mann. Back to Leonard. Releases. That one wide left. And so Griffin will bring it up for Brooklyn. Irving. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson from long range. Brooklyn with the rebound. Irving's got his 6th rebound on the night. From deep. The shot, no good. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Nets lead by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Irving is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Batum. Irving kicks to Shamet. And he makes good on the layup. Shamet's got his first points in this one.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Right side, Batum. The rebound by Luwawu. Brooklyn leading by 3. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. He kicks to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Morris passes to Beverly. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Shamet with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Claxton. He's covered by Rondo. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabaret. And James Harden has subbed in for Landry Shamet. Harden outside. Here's Irving. Makes good on the step-back jumper. And the Nets lead by 7.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
Rondo passes to Batum. Back to Rondo. Inside. And Batum kicks to Beverly. Shot left block. 4 on the clock. To end the drought. Here's Batum. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here is Harden. Feeds it to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Beverly finds Batum. In the corner, Kennard with it. Over Harris. Kennard's shot is off. Nets leading by 7. Irving looking over the floor. Hands to Harris. Irving dishes to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
On the wing, Morris. It's stolen by Harris. We've got 1:13 left in the 4th quarter. Now Harden. On the wing, Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Shot, high post, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And now an 11-point Nets lead. Beverly, the pass to Rondo. Kennard against Harris. And here's Kennard. Chalk up 2 there.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 12-4 run. Harden against Rondo. Durant, the pass to Harden. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 11.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
And they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Batum. Brooklyn with the rebound. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. For 3, Harris knocks down the 3-ball. Harris has got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. The Trailblazers focused as they walk into the locker room early. And we've got...
Well, guys, I'm very...
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at center. Terrific talented backcourt tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Shot clock at 6. Back to Nurkic. Goes back up, and it's good on the layup.
And the touch Nurkic has inside him, and I love seeing him be aggressive, and it looked to get his shot from there.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And here's McCollum for three. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket with his speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
McCollum against George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. George has got 6 points. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lillard outside. It's hauled in by Zubats.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
And it's Leonard missing. The Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Powell, the pass to Covington. Back to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard with it. George picks him up. Powell for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Outside Jackson. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Powell for 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
And hustle paid off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
And that one's good. Lillard.
He's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. Shoots it up. Cousins, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The big body of Cousins, a menace on the offensive glass, fights to keep plays alive.
Pass to Anthony. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game. The pass to Cantor. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer in.
High post Cousins. The 15-footer, 2 points. That one goes. Cousins has got his second basket.
Oh, that's a good decision. Rise and fire. Cousins is a lethal mid-range shooter.
35 seconds left to play here in the first. Feeds it to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Cantor trying to free himself up. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lillard's got 6 points.
But Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
Rondo passes to Batum. High post Cousins. Passes it to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up to the stripe, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Just a terrific first.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A steal. He's all alone. Here's Kennard. He feeds it to Cousins. Jones in the post. Here's Anthony. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Now, here's Kennard. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Another shot. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those. Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Here's Simons. Anthony on the wing. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got the lead back up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. McCollum outside. Floats one. And no good that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Batum attacking. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
It's important for Cantor to be effective in the pick and roll. I mean, it makes their offense much more complete.
Kennard against McCollum. Pass to Beverly. Puts up a 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Now, you don't see that very well. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Out to Anthony. Now the pass to Cantor. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. It's McCollum with the drive. The dish to Cantor. Just 4 to shoot. From outside the arc. Up again. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Cousins. Outside for Batum. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Cousins, no good. Lobs it up for Cantor, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Beverly. The putback. No dice on the putback jam. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. And he doesn't get talked about that much, but Yusuf Nurkic. Big. And that does it for our half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the 3.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Leonard against Powell. Passes it to Lillard. To the middle. McCollum kicks to Powell. 6 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. And when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive end.
It's Covington on the wing. Releases. And again, it's Portland converting.
Now, what confidence from the rangy swing man. I mean, he knows what it takes to convert from there.
And George kicks to Zubac. Ring shot on the way. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. George has got 4 points in the quarter. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard dishes to Covington. He wants to get it to Nurkic, and does. Lillard from outside. Outside, Covington. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Lillard attacking.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 6. Over McCollum. Again, Los Angeles.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
It's Nurkic, top of the key. Up top, Covington, covered by Morris. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Jones checked in for Portland. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Jackson. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Nurkic, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to George. Leonard on the wing for the tie. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 3. 1:51 left to play in the third. Jones in the post. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Nurkic. Rebound by the Clippers.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Jones kicks to Covington. Back to Jones. Inside. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Jones. Nurkic has got 8 points.
And sometimes it's impossible to contain Nurkic. At his height and weight, he's great at finishing through contact.
Rondo against Nurkic. Here's Zubac. And that one hits back iron. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Here's Lillard. Gets the bucket and the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Derek Jones. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Trailblazers leading by 6. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Powell, no one around him. Portland, no good that time either. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's George. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Here's Simons. 3 seconds left. Makes it off the glass. Simons has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
The third quarter comes to a close. Portland out in front. They lead by 6. And we're coming right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Anthony is out there with Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Clock is at 3. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Left side, Jackson. Right side, Batum. Zubac misses the layup. Portland leading by 6. Now the feed to Lillard. Over Jackson. And it's Lillard missing.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And that one drops. Kennard's got his first basket.
But you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
Lillard finds Kanter. Lillard with it. Pass to Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. The 3. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
Zubac, the pass to Jackson. Shoots over Powell. Dishes it to Beverly. Shoots over Lillard. And it's sent back by Lillard. And that one's good. Beverly. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. Simons, the pass to Lillard. Deep 2 from Anthony. Offensive rebound for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 5. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely on fire.
On the wing, Batum. There's the pass to Zubac. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Trailblazers making a change here. McCollum's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Morris is checked in. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Lillard. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
When Lillard goes to work in the screen and roll, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, you pretty much pick your poison with him in these sets.
On the wing, Morris. Outside Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard for 3. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Stolen by Beverly. Powell against Jackson. He can't get that one, so the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Beverly against Anthony. Powell for three. Stolen by Beverly. Pass to Jackson. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 8 rebounds in this game. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Beverly with the ball. On the wing, Morris. Back to Beverly. Pass to Jackson. That's a 2 from Kennard. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Kennard's got 4 this quarter.
Not shying away from the spotlight. Kennard embraces any opportunity he gets to nail an important shot.
Lillard against Morris. Up top, Cantor. Lets a floater go. And the layup good by Lillard. Lillard's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let up. And, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And here's Morris for 3. And Cantor pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot by Powell, no good. And so here are the Clippers. Here's Kennard. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Whoa, huge play by the former Duke. And Kennard does not shy away from the moment.
Lillard way outside. So the Trailblazers win it. They didn't make it. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.